Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing another skincare review, specifically on the Cosrx One Step Toner Pad collection. There are 3 different types in this collection, so make sure that you are subscribed to my channel to see more skincare routine videos, more skincare reviews, and if you're not already following me on my social media, I post super regularly to my Instagram, so head on over there if you want to stay up to date on my life and what I get up to on a day-to-day basis. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. My skin is a combination type of being dehydrated, dry, sensitive, and a little bit oily. I'm going to be using the pads on 3 different parts of my skin so that I can get a full review of all of them. Testing my skin with the Skin Analyzer, my skin's current condition with being freshly cleansed is at a moisture level of 47% and an oil level of 21%, which isn't too bad considering this is a fresh, clean face. Now, moving on, I'm going to be reviewing the first cleansing pad in this line, which is the One Step Original Cleansing Pad. This is the first cleansing pad that they came out in the routine, and it is the one that took the K-beauty world by storm. This is the most popular one. It features key ingredients such as willow bark extract, butylene glycol, betaine salicylate, which is a hydrating and moisturizing ingredient, castor oil, allotonin, orange peel extract, tea tree oil, and of course, one of our all-time favorite ingredients that's trending so much right now, sodium hyaluronate, or otherwise known as hyaluronic acid. This toning cleansing pad is a mix between one that is going to give your face a little bit of a cleansing experience while also hydrating and nourishing it slightly. I would consider this formula similar to that of a micellar water. It's not a wash-off type, so all you have to do is simply use the pad on your skin to freshen your face without having to wash it off after. The pad itself is a dual type, as one side is textured with raised bumps and the other side is smooth. So if you do want a little bit of an exfoliating experience, you can use the rougher side, or if you don't want that much, you can of course use the smoother side. For me, I find myself using these pads every single day in the morning to cleanse my face, as like I said, it is like a micellar water, so it's just enough to cleanse the skin without stripping it too much of its natural oils while giving you a fresh face. When applying the original One Step Cleansing Pad onto my skin, the formula and texture is somewhat hydrating. I wouldn't consider it moisturizing whatsoever, especially if you're someone like me who has drier skin and needs a little bit more moisture throughout the day to maintain a healthy moisture barrier. This pad is not going to give it to you. However, it does an amazing job at providing hydration to the skin. If you're planning to use this pad as a cleanser, I would not recommend that either. It's not going to do a good job whatsoever at removing your makeup. It's only going to be able to remove makeup on a surface level. So with that being said, I would not recommend using this in your nighttime routine to remove makeup. If you have makeup that you want to remove, I would say go in with an oil cleanser first. To effectively remove your makeup, then you can go in with this toning cleansing pad. Next is the One Step Moist Up Pad. Now, this pad is really good if you're like me and you have super dry, dehydrated skin. What makes it special is that unlike the original formula, this formula focuses more so on adding hydration and moisture to the skin, catering to those like me who have dry and sensitive skin. Some of the ingredients listed in this product are propolis extract, which is known for nourishing and recovering the skin, butylene glycol for hydration, glycerin for hydration, betaine for hydration, betaine salicylate for hydration, allotonin for hydration and brightening. Sodium hyaluronate is high up on their list, which is also known as hyaluronic acid. Then there are other ingredients such as lemon peel extract for that freshening effect, bergamot for the freshening effect, and some other ingredients in there that I'm personally not too familiar with that are just there for consistency of the formula. Similar to the original One Step Cleansing Pad, the pad itself is raised bumps on one side for more of an exfoliating effect, while when you turn it over on the other side, it is a lot smoother for instances where you don't want that much exfoliation. Similar to that of the pad before, the original, I do find myself enjoying this one a lot more for the exfoliating purposes. As someone with drier skin, I find I need a regular physical exfoliant to help control the amount of dead skin buildup that I tend to get on my skin, to help reduce clogged pores, reduce the frequency of blackheads, and to also just help with the brightness and smoothness of my skin. I find the raised bumps on these pads are the perfect amount of daily exfoliation for any skin type, as they're more gentle, have a little bit of a rough texture, but nothing that's going to irritate the skin or make it feel rough. There has been absolutely no instance where the exfoliation of these pads has irritated my skin. Aside from the pad itself, the formula when applied onto my skin has a little bit of a sticky consistency, especially compared to the previous pad, the original formula. With this one having more nourishing and hydrating and moisturizing ingredients, it does leave a little bit of a sticky consistency. When using this pad, I found myself going towards it more so than the original formula in the winter time. When my skin was more dry and needing that extra boost in moisture, that felt like the perfect time for me to use this pad in the morning. Now, once again, similar to the original formula, this is not one that you want to use to remove makeup. It is more so a micellar water formula. It's not going to be able to lift away your makeup effectively out of your pores, so make sure you use a proper makeup removing routine before using this at night, or like me, use it in the morning to cleanse your face only. When applied onto my face, the sticky consistency doesn't last too long. After about an hour when doing my makeup routine or eating breakfast, the stickiness tends to absorb into my skin, leaving me more with a nice layer of hydration that preps my skin for my morning skincare routine ahead. Now, this is a pad I probably wouldn't recommend in the summertime or if you have more oily skin, as it is quite rich for someone with oily skin. Now, aside from that, the final pad in this collection and routine is the One Step Green Hero Calming Pad. This is one of the more recent launches in this collection, and what makes this one different than the other ones is that it focuses more so on a formula that is catered to people who have sensitive skin. Not necessarily those with dry skin, not necessarily those with oily skin, but just mostly focusing on calming and soothing ingredients. When it comes to the ingredients of the formula itself, the first ingredients on the list is green tea water, which is really great to see, especially if you are someone with sensitive skin, as it is going to help calm the skin immediately. It has butylene glycol, which is a popular ingredient for hydration, a staple. It also has dandelion leaf extract, Centella asiatica extract, which is another excellent calming and soothing ingredient, witch hazel to help clear the pores of any excess oil without using any sort of astringents. It also has tea tree oil in there. Arginine is there in the ingredients list, allotonin, which is consistent throughout the other products. Sodium hyaluronate, once again for the hydrating factor, or otherwise known as hyaluronic acid, which we all know and love. Bergamot as well, and some other ingredients there that I'm not 100% super familiar with, but I'm assuming they're mainly there for calming and stabilizing the formula itself. Actual pad itself, it's the exact same as the other two pads, being that rough-sided texture and then also the smooth-sided texture. When applied onto the skin, the feeling of the product itself is really similar to that of the original One Step Cleansing Pad. It's not too heavy, but it's also not too light. I would say it's probably a little bit lighter than the original pad, but it's really hard to gauge the difference between the two, to be honest. Now, with my sensitive skin, I don't think I really noticed a difference in regards to the calming effects comparatively to the other two pads. But then again, I don't have hypersensitive skin anymore. I just have standard sensitive skin that comes along with people who have a drier skin type. When it comes to the redness of my skin, I didn't notice any difference with this pad either in comparison to the other two. Overall, formula-wise, I think this is a great freshening toner for the skin or micellar water, but like the other two formulas, this is not going to do anything to be able to remove your makeup, so I would not recommend using it to remove makeup. Once again, use a proper makeup removing routine if you want to use this at night in your cleansing routine. Otherwise, just use it in the morning to freshen your face when getting ready. Aside from texture and application, I didn't feel like this product was a wow factor. It did do a great job like the rest of the pads to exfoliate and keep my skin smooth and slightly hydrated throughout the day, but compared to the other two, I don't think this would be one that I would recommend to everyone. Unless you have super sensitive skin, then maybe give it a shot, but for me, I didn't see any wow factors compared to the other ones. Overall, the results on my skin really come into play when we do the skin analysis. Checking my skin on the side, which was the One Step Original Cleansing Pad, the first one that we did. When analyzing my skin, I did notice a decent increase in the moisture levels at 63% compared to the 40% that we saw before. There was a decent jump, while the oil levels or the nourishing levels of my skin remained somewhat the same at 19% compared to 21%. When checking the One Step Moisture Up Pad on my skin, it had a big increase in the moisture levels at 71% compared to the 40% we started at. Oil levels stayed the same, roughly at 20% compared to 21%, which is really good. For the One Step Green Hero Calming Pad, testing the skin analysis result of how that played on my moisture levels, it actually didn't do a huge increase with only 50% moisture level compared to the 40-something% we started with, and it actually cut down on the oils on my skin. So if you're someone who has more oily skin and you're looking for a cleansing pad out of these three to use, maybe consider using the Green Hero, as it seems to be the one that cut down my oils the most compared to the other two. Personal preference wise, I say my favorite is the Moisture Up Pad. I would probably purchase that one again. Second is the Original Cleansing Pad, coming in number 2 at my favorite. And lastly, the Green Hero Pad is one I probably would not get for myself again. If you've tried these products, let me know in the comment section down below which one was your favorite. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more review videos and skincare related videos and whatnot on my channel. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.